Serving, equipping, and networking your congregation and all U.S. Conference MB churches is our goal at USMB. We want to serve and equip each local congregation to reach their full God-given ministry potential in the areas of our three core commitments of local, national, and global church multiplication and evangelism, intentional disciple-making, and leadership development. Networking is at the heart of your USMB. We believe that churches thrive when they partner with other local MB churches, ministry partners, and agencies. By partnering together and forming relationships, connecting and networking, we believe that our local MB churches are then able to have greater kingdom impact, and we do it together. USMB supports our 5 districts and district church planting boards, existing churches that desire to plant churches, and the National Church Planting Council to plant Mennonite Brethren churches across the United States in order to reach more people with the good news of Jesus.
I'm Phil Wiebe. I am a church planter out in Tooele County, Utah, 30 miles west of Salt Lake City. We planted in a town called Stansbury Park that had 0 evangelical churches. So I have been part of the Mennonite Brethren Conference directly and indirectly since 2002. I met Don Morris when I was younger, and he's kind of been a bit of a mentor and coach. So actually when we started Lakeview, we were asked to put a temporary elder board called a task force together to help us get the thing running, and I invited Don to be a part of that. The number of evangelicals percentage-wise in our county was 0.84%, but we grew enough that we filled our initial space, which seats about 140 people in 2 services, so we decided to start a second campus. Right now, the whole campus model is so that our pastors are actually spread out in such a way that we know the flock that God has told us to take care of. But I just feel like there's a drive and desire that God has laid in my heart to see the lost come to meet Jesus and then to mobilize missionaries. When I'm sitting in heaven in 1,000 years from now, looking back, I hope I was able to bring a lot of people with me, or at least be a part of a team that brings a lot of people, whether that's locally in Utah or whether it's nationally in the MB family or internationally with missionaries we're connected to.
Disciple making is simply helping people come to know and trust and deeply follow Jesus. Lead cohorts are just one initiative designed to help our churches prepare, engage, and release people for ministry.
My husband was reading something on the USMB website and saw the cohorts being advertised. I was at the time reading a book about the Enneagram, and there was a cohort being offered about the Enneagram, and so I signed up right away. I didn't even hesitate. A cohort is a group of people that meet at scheduled times a couple of times a month. It is available to anybody in the USMB family. Originally, I signed up for a cohort to learn something. I continued to sign up for the cohorts because I felt like it was really valuable spiritual formation for myself. The most unexpected thing that happened in the cohorts is that I have new friends across the country. I was so surprised by all of the depth of relationships that I gained. We actually got to meet in person for a day. 4 of us live within about 30 miles of each other, and the 5th person lives across the country, and she was traveling to our area for work. We got to connect in person, which was really fun to be able to sit together, to share a cup of coffee, to share lunch, to hug one another and pray together, and that was really meaningful and powerful and just such a gift. I would encourage anybody and everybody to sign up for a cohort. The best thing is the connection with others. As God is shaping things in you, it's cemented when you get to share that with a small, trusted circle of people. And these cohorts became that for me. Some of my current relationships and friendships were birthed out of the community of cohorts, and I really look forward to deepening those. And those are things that I believe will just continue on into the next few years of my life.
Leadership development encompasses both the development of young leaders and improving the leadership capabilities of our existing leaders and pastors. In addition to our lineup of lead initiatives, we are partnering with USMB Youth to develop a leadership pipeline to offer summer internships and training for Mennonite Brethren youth.
I think when you impact the next generation of leaders, you're impacting the churches for decades. I'm Kyle Goings. I'm the student ministry pastor at Ridge Point Church in Wichita, Kansas, and I'm also chairman of USMB Youth, which is a national youth leadership team for all things youth ministry for the MB churches in the United States. The heart of the National Leadership Pipeline is to increase impact together and really to impact the current and next generation of leaders. I have been part of the Mennonite Brethren denomination for 15 years now, and I'm seeing that we have such good leaders, but we don't have a real strategy on a national level to inspire them, equip them, and to even empower them to lead more. And so what we want to do is help identify those up-and-coming leaders, give them experience in a ministry setting like an internship program or apprenticeship program, and then send them on the way to even create a leadership pool where churches and education institutes and mission organizations can draw from, and we can really affect the next generation through leadership development.
Everything USMB does is intended to empower each local church to reach its full ministry potential. If you're part of a USMB church, you're part of our collective mission. Our prayer is that our pursuit of these three core commitments will result in more USMB church plants, devoted disciples of Jesus, and robust leadership development. We are increasing impact together.